Hi and welcome to Birds with Bottle.
We've got a thing about wine,
And we want you to have a thing about wine too.
and this week we're looking at wines to go with Thai food because it can be tricky because of the different and contrasting flavours.
Yeah. Lemongrass, spicy heat, coconut, they all play havoc with wines.
And that's before you even think about the ginger, the coriander, the fish sauce, and also the sort of sweetness that you get from the palm sugar. All tricky.
Yeah. Now, we know that sweetened coconutty sounds more like a Caribbean cocktail, but we are definitely Asia bound.
Yes, we are. And we've found 4 wines that we think are absolutely going to go down a Thai treat.
Right, for our first wine, we've got the Atlantic Dry 2010. It's from the award-winning, multi-award winning Campbell Valley Vineyard. And if you buy it direct from them, it's $11.95 a bottle, or you can get it from the Wine Society at $13.95.
And this is from the beautiful Camel Valley down in Cornwall.
Yeah, stunning area.
And it's made from Bacchus, Reichensteiner and Chardonnay.
And you're really getting that Bacchus on the nose, aren't you?
Yeah.
It's straight there.
Bacchus has got quite a sort of Sauvignon green. It's like snipped things from the garden. Really fresh, English garden sort of smell. Really lovely. It's not quite bone dry, is it? It's just this
little bit of sweetness.
But
good acidity, which is going to work well with the Thai food.
Yeah, and these bright Sauvignon-like flavours, really green, exciting flavours.
But actually, even in respect of that, there's nothing too out there. It's sort of neutrally down the line, so nothing to fight with all those different Thai food.
No, and also a good wine to give your friends because it's very likeable.
Yeah, so it's going to be brilliant with things like coriander because of those kind of green snipped notes that we said we found in it.
Yeah.
And fishy dishes, perfect.
Yeah,
it's
lovely
seafood wine anyway.
Yeah. And actually we bought these, I'm afraid we bought them, we didn't make them.
So unlike us.
Sorry. Little Sainsbury's Taste the Difference, what would you call them?
Little dumplings.
Little empanadas, little packets, and they're crab and prawn and coconut.
Yeah.
And actually the tart, gorgeous acidity will cut through the creaminess of the coconut, so absolutely ideal.
And a little tip here actually, sparkling wine goes very well with the kind of fried dumplingy things in Thai food, doesn't it? Because again, it's very
it cuts through that the oiliness.
But think of those characters, think of what we said about what's in the wine. Red Thai prawn curry is just going to be perfect with this wine.
Especially if you snip a bit of coriander on the top.
Yes.
It's the absolutely perfect taste. And our next wine is the Leesingham Magnus Riesling. It's from the Clare Valley in Australia, 2009 vintage, and this is $8.99 in Sainsbury's.
Beautifully bright, sparkly wine, isn't it, in the glass?
Oh, it is so petrol-y. It's so lime pith.
Yeah.
It's just
It's
my favourite Australian Riesling.
Makes you want to dip in and have a sip.
It almost smells like Thai food, doesn't it?
And that works really well. If you get some of those notes, like the lime, and it's in the food, that suggests it's going to work, doesn't it? That's, again, on the palate, beautiful with lime.
Lime peely, lime juice, sort of lemongrassy, all those...
Yeah, vibrant, absolutely delicious. So if you've got a Thai curry that's got lemon peel, lime, lemongrass in it, it's going to work.
Yeah, but this is also good with the red Thai curry again.
Yeah.
It just matches exactly.
Yeah, now the thing you might want to be careful with is this is quite a dry Riesling and it doesn't work very well with those kind of greeny coriander notes. So green Thai curry, and especially one that's particularly sweet, because this isn't a sweet wine, that isn't going to be such a good thing. We did try it with our green Thai curry here and it wasn't as good.
It just emphasised the coriander in a sort of earthy, not very nice way. It really wasn't very nice. We love petrol on our Riesling.
Yes, we do. Yes, we do.
But this is a bit more sort of eau de forecourt. It's just one step too far for us.
Yeah, so what it really means with Thai is you've got to do a little bit of experimentation.
Oh, that's difficult, isn't it?
Yeah. But when you find the right Thai curry, this wine is sublime.
Yeah.
We've got another Riesling for you now. It's the Awatiri Riesling. It's the 2011 vintage, and it's available from Sainsbury's because it's from their Taste the Difference range, and it's $8.99 a bottle.
Yeah, and Awatiri is in New Zealand.
In Marlborough.
No petrol on the nose of that at all.
No, this is a very different style.
Yeah.
More sweetness, no petrol. Quite citrusy, limey nose.
But it's not tart lime juice like the last one. Much more rounded flavour.
Yeah.
Not sort of sharp and startling.
No, it's quite sort of, it's a fruity wine, isn't it? It's fresh and it's fruity.
Really very likeable.
Yeah.
And actually, because it's got the sweetness and it's also got the lack of petrol, it would be good with a green Thai curry in the way that the last one wasn't.
In fact, I think it would be really good with something like a hot spicy prawn soup.
Oh, it would be lovely with that. If there was a bit of sweetness in it.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Or, I don't know, something else sort of...
Well, like kind of chili chicken with cashew nut stir fry, something like that. Again, you've got the sweetness, you've got the heat, and this sweetness in this wine is going to deal with the heat.
Absolutely. Or some sort of sticky pork dish, something.
Ooh, yeah.
I mean,
lovely.
I don't know if I've ever had anything pork from Thailand. Do they do pork?
Yeah, they do. Pork's called moo. How bizarre is that?
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. And our last wine is the Trimbag Gewürztraminer 2008. This is $13.49 in Majestic.
Yeah, now this is from Alsace. And Alsatian wines and German wines, if they've got some sweetness, seem to work especially well.
They do, don't
with
they? Yeah.
Thai food, yeah.
Just smell that. I'm sure you've all had Gewürztraminer before, but it's got that beautiful roses, lychee, some people say Nivea smell. Really very floral and gorgeous.
Yeah, and it's the exotic aromas about it that you know will work well with those Thai foods. I mean, you often get ginger off some of the Gewürzes. You often get those kind of lemongrassy notes. Lychees.
This is almost orangey, isn't it? It's so... There's so much going on with this.
Yeah, now this has definitely got that as well. I'm getting that kind of gingery spice at the back of that.
Yeah.
Lovely.
There is, that sort of warm.
Delicious wine.
And Gewürztraminer means spice, doesn't it? Or Gewürz means spice.
Yeah.
Really very, very exciting. Yeah. Now, what you could also use with your Thai food is a sort of light-bodied, fruit-driven red. Something like Pinot Noir, for example, particularly actually the German Pinot Noirs, they're making really good Pinot Noir now.
Yeah, and also they've got a really nice low smooth tannin, which is going to work well with the Thai food. But the one thing, key rule, never drink tannic wine with Thai, because it just accentuates the burn of the food, of the spice in the food.
It really doesn't go at all, does it?
And also very oaky wines too. A tiny bit of subtle oak you might get away with in some dishes, but big oak,
absolutely. So leave your Chiantis and your oak-aged cabs in the wine rack, and
instead, grab a Gewürz.
Absolutely. Tie yourself up.
You're bound to love this.
So it's goodbye till next week from S&M.
See you next week.
See you next week.